Good evening, Yarnies, Dirty Hookers, and Fiber Fiends. How is everybody doing today? I'm pretty good. Let me catch up with chat. Let me see what's going on. Thank you for the lurk, Spy Guy. I appreciate that. Just a curious got first. Shocking. No, joking. It's fine. Hey there, Catherine. How are you? Welcome in. Hey, Reese Cop. Let's see. I think that's everybody so far. Let me check. Let me check the levels of my audio. You're doing pretty good? I'm good too. Hopefully my audios are kind of peaking a bit. I think that's good. We ran a few errands today and it was a little warm. It wasn't too bad. I mean, summertime. And, I was zapped a little bit. So I came home and I took a nap. Oh, says it's connecting to chat. Is there an issue? Is Twitch? I think Twitch was just having a hiccup. So yeah, I took a little nap today, so I'm energized. And I just had something to eat real quick. I had a bologna and cheese sandwich because I realized I hadn't eaten much today. I had a handful of pretzels, and that was it. For tonight, we're going to work more on this Garden Fairy, and then probably in about an hour, roughly an hour or so, we're going to have a special guest. We're going to have Good Two Shoes on. They also stream. Let me shout them out. And turn the music off so we can hear the shout out. Okay, that was a clip of Good Two Shoes when she got raided by that spy guy. So you get 2 for 1 with that one. But yes, Good Two Shoes is a member of the Crafted Collective. They diamond paint and cross stitch. They want to learn how to crochet, so I'm going to be teaching them. Grammy says, but they were very good pretzels. Yes. If you're able to get them, and I think, well, I know the regular one. You can get the regular flavor ones. Not most places, but you can get them all across the country. Because I've had friends on the West Coast that have had them. Utz brand, UTZ, Utz brand, butter flavored pretzels. If you can get them, you can find them. They also make potato chips. They're started with potato chips. They do cheese curls and all different types of snacks. But Utz brand butter pretzels are really, really good. I can't find many brands of buttered flavored pretzels. Welcome in, Raiders. Welcome in, Raiders. How was your stream? Welcome in, KB Fibers. How was your words? What were you working on? What were you doing? KB Fiber family is raiding into some crafty fun. If you're not following KB Fibers, go and follow them. Let's give KB a shout out. KB Fibers, as the name implies, you name it with fibers, they probably do it. They knit, they crochet, they tat, they crow-tat, they sew, they weave, they spin, you name it. If it has something to do with a fiber, KB will probably end up doing it. Stream was good. Ran late to finish doing a 4-ply yarn creation. Ooh, yes. You're doing what? Torta Fleece? Is that still going on? Where you're supposed to? I think it's like. I think it's what you're doing. I don't know what all the criteria are, but I think you're trying to get 4 pounds of yarn or fleece or fiber spun up. So yes, they spin yarn on a traditional spinning wheel. It's mesmerizing to watch, and they are part of the Crafty Collective as well. They were part of the raid train. So was Good Two Shoes. But yes, welcome in everybody. If you're new here, I am the Crafty Cub. We're just getting started here tonight. Mostly crochet. I do other fiber arts as well. We do some other. I have done other things besides fiber arts, but primarily crochet is my go-to. And I specialize in teaching crochet. So if anybody has any questions about it, feel free to ask. In fact, actually later on tonight, we are going to be having a special guest. Good Two Shoes will be on, and I'm going to teach them how to crochet. So if there's anything you want to share, KB, feel free to share. Links are open. Love to see anything that you have been working on or anything you've worked on in the past. And also, if you need to raid and run, I totally get that, because usually when I get done a stream, I'm usually hungry and usually have to go find something to fill this belly of mine. But yes, welcome in everybody. Let me find what we're doing. So like I was saying, we're doing an amigurumi tonight. We're continuing this. This is going to be a garden fairy. This is only most of the pieces. I still have to make 6 more pieces. And lots of pieces involved. This is from Drew Hill's book, Crochet Magical Creatures. The link is on the screen if you want to purchase it. You don't have to get it from Amazon. That's just the Amazon link. You can get it wherever they sell crochet and craft books. I highly recommend it. Highly recommend the book if you want to get into amigurumi or want to learn. All right, let's move that out of the way. All right, why was I saying, what am I doing? It's right over here. It's off camera. But I got a couple more pieces. I have to do these flower headbands. And I got to make the wings. And then we could get to put them together. We might. Maybe. No. Probably won't be able to put it together tonight. Maybe. We'll see. We will see. But what is everybody up to? What is everybody doing? Looking from the hook. Down. Okay. That one I can do. Just reading my instructions here. Let's zoom in with this camera. But right before you raided in, KB, we were talking about snack foods. I had some pretzels earlier today. Utz brand, UTZ, butter flavored. I have a hard time finding butter flavored pretzels. I know back 20, 30 years ago, you can easily find them. And Rolled Gold had a really good butter flavored pretzel. I can't find them. Cannot find butter flavor. But Utz brand, if you can find them in your area, I know they are a Mid-Atlantic brand, but the pretzels, they have shipped pretty much all across the country. I've had friends on the West Coast that have had that brand because they ship a little easier than potato chips do. Oh, let me get the music back. I'm going to try not to blast everyone's ears. We have those pretzels there. Yeah. So yes, if you are a fan of butter pretzels, and they're round, they're circles, but they've got like the cross hatching in them. I don't have one here because I ate the little handful that I had. I think they have the best flavor. There's some other brands I've tried. I don't know if they're local or national, and they were, but the Utz, my opinion, the Utz have A real good butter flavor. Yes, they are really good. I mean, I like pretzels, period. Even regular plain pretzels, but we'll pick some up. 15, 16, 17. Where am I? Second from the hook and go all the way down. Okay. These, like I said, I'm working on, these are going to be the headbands that are going to go around the buns. Her hair is up in two little buns. So these are going to wrap around the buns. And so far it's a simple, this part is very simple. It's not too difficult for these pieces. It's probably just a straight. I haven't looked at the second row yet. But off stream, I did make some of the pieces. I made the ears and the hair curls last night. Or was it this morning? I think it was last night. And I want to get this done. I want to get this Amy done and then move on to the next. And like I was telling Supreme Doom 56 yesterday, and maybe this morning, because we were in, whose stream was I in this morning? Was it Cleansy's stream? It was somebody's stream. Yes, it was Cleansy's stream. And I'm sad. I'm sad that because the raid train is over. It went by quick. It went by very quick. It's like from the last one till this one, like the planning and everything just seemed like it flew by. And then the actual train itself was like, was an express. It just like zipped on it through. And I can't wait till the next one. All right, turn 3 in the next, slip in the next. Oh. 3 in the next, slip in the next. Okay. Green double. Chain 1. Two. And 3. And this is... Oh, I see it. I see it. It's going to be kind of like a little scalloped little band. I would have never thought to do this. That's kind of cool. Kind of makes sense. It's almost like the petals of a flower. I mean, it is a garden fairy. Two. Thing. I got to be careful and not sing because the other night I was singing and it got clipped, and then that clip was played on I think it was Cleansy's stream this morning. Yeah. Yeah, I was singing, well, not really singing, but reciting the words to the verse from Madonna's Vogue where she's naming off, like the rap verse, I guess it would be, where she's naming off all of the classic Hollywood celebrities, Marlon Brando and Jimmy Dean, and yeah, that type of thing. And yeah, that got played. Okay, this last stitch, I'm a tight stitcher, so that very last stitch is a pain. Also, this yarn has got a bit of a halo to it, so kind of gets in the way. All right, so we did all of that. Fasten off, leaving a short tail. I'm not going to use a short tail. I want a longer tail. I'd rather have it too long than too short. And I'm going to make another one. So that's going to be cute. Actually, I need to actually remember this because that could be used for other things. That's a kind of a cool little. I don't know what I would use it for, but again, it's going to go around her bun, and I've got plenty for this next one. I'm using up all my little scraps. That is my goal for a lot of these, is to use up the little tiny remnants. It is adorable. All of the patterns in this book are super adorable. Hey there, Whiskey Goal. How are you? Like I said, Drew, when he designed this, he knows what he's doing. He definitely knows what he's doing. And he has designed really cute, adorable pieces. Drew Hill. He used to stream on here. Drew no longer streams on Twitch. He had to step away for health reasons, but he still is active on TikTok and Instagram. I don't have any. Well, I do have his Instagram, but you just look up Drew B. Zoo on Instagram, and you can find his little. This has little short videos and some tons of pictures, and really, really cute little creations. So again, I'm not affiliated with him, only because I've been in his streams when he would stream, and I have his book. That's about the only affiliation I have. Took a tiny break and now ready to crochet. Nice. I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing very well. Let me bring the music back. But yes, if anybody wanted this book, the book that's right above my head, exclamation point magical will get you the Amazon link. You don't have to buy it on Amazon, obviously, but it's got 20 different magical mythological creatures, and we're working our way through it. We're going to do every creature in the book. So this is the 6th one. Done a bunch of other ones previously, and I can't seem to do a slip stitch. And later on, Good Two Shoes will be on, and I'm going to be teaching her how to crochet. So I think I better learn how to do a slip stitch. I don't know if we're going to get to the slip stitch tonight. That's not usually the first stitch I teach, or one of the first stitches I teach. Hopefully they're going to get the hang of it. If not, it's just practice and trial and error. And I didn't get it the very first time when I was taught. My sister actually taught me. And so we both crochet. And um, uh, yeah, slip isn't too much different. Isn't too much different. It's actually a lot quicker. And it's a lot quicker than a chain. But like I said, my sister taught me, and our mother crochets also. I do have, I guess, a crafty gene, I guess you could say. All right. This is the second one. Two. Heck yeah, the craft runs through your blood. Yes, it does. Actually, it really does, because I never met her, but my great grandmother tatted. So it does run in my blood. That's what I have left over. So that is probably going to be Schnubbles, and then obviously the little tails are going to be Schnubbles. So I've got the little, what do they call these? Headbands, hair bands, hair band, not a hairband like the '80s rocker hairband. Hairband as in around the hair. All right, let me get something to drink. All that's left I have to do is the wings. There are two long wings and there are two short wings. I don't know if you can tell. You can't really tell in the picture because the back part of it, there we go. That's what the back will look like. Things that band the hair to, yes, yes. So I have plenty of the off-white. They're using soft white, but I'm using off-white. I changed up the colors slightly. I kind of stuck to the same colors, the green, the tans, and the pinks. I didn't do a totally different color palette, but you could. You can make your garden fairy any color you want. All right, now this is where I'm going to have to keep track of my rounds, because the long wings have 14 rounds, and the short ones have 10. So what is everyone else working on? I know KB Fibers was plying yarn, and Whiskey, you said you're back to crocheting. You get a piece of paper here so I can mark my rounds. I do it old school. I do a little hash mark for each round I do. And then we get the stitch marker ready. Single the next two, increase. Okay. All right, that is round number 2. I almost threw the pen at my monitor. All right, that one's fine. Let me count 1, 2. And so I think it's next Wednesday. Possibility. It's possibility next Wednesday. Um, Either on my stream or their stream or both. I'm not certain yet. Me and my friend Frog and Turtle Gaming are going to be doing a stream together where I'll be working on a project and they'll be playing one of their games and we're just gonna be chit chatting. So we still have to work out all the details because he's never streamed together before. And let me shout him out. Um, that right there, he is not Swedish. He was reciting a funny skit, and I typed it in chat. It's this running joke between me and him, and he ended up saying it the way it was supposed to be said. Normally, he plays games like Skyrim and Fallout and World of Warcraft and a bunch of other different ones. I'm not exactly certain every game that he plays, but when we do a collab, again, he'll be doing his thing, I'll be doing mine. We're just gonna be chit chatting, hanging out, shooting the breeze, that type of thing. He is the one who got me into streaming, so I wanted to collab with him. And yeah, we're at the right round. And I also want to try to get him to be affiliate. He just needs the average number of viewers per stream to get to the affiliate level. That's my goal. My goal is to get him to be affiliate. And I know we're not a gaming channel, but we have played games. We have played a few games here, but want to try to get him to that level since he's the one who told me that they do makers and crafters here on Twitch. So I wouldn't know any of you without him. Just want to give back to him. All right, round number 4. Next 3 and then increase. Okay. Two, 3. That was round number 4. Number 5. Okay, round number 5 I got round number 5. I need to pull my magic ring tight. And I'm not going to bother weaving in my ends for this. I am going to cut it somewhat long. I'm not too worried about it. If it comes undone, I can always repair it. but I don't think it will come undone. Round number 5 for the next 4. Okay. Two. Round 6. I'm almost halfway done the piece. Yeah, these are going to work up quick. Maybe we might start putting on some body parts tonight. I don't know. I crocheted over that tail and I didn't want to. Round number 7. We're on. I know when I get done stream, I'm definitely going to go and get something to eat. I think we're having hamburgers tonight, and I am looking forward to that. Hey, Lovey, welcome in. How are you doing? How are you feeling? You're a bit better. That's good. That's good. I don't want anybody to be sick. I'm still working on the our little garden fairy. I'm home to the wings now, so almost on the body parts. Now number 9. I can. You know, what would be really cute. I might end up doing this. I'm gonna make this. This is done in pinks. I think doing a couple other ones in like one in a purple, one in a couple different color variations. That would be cute. Hopefully you're in the mat. Yes. Let's send good healing vibes to Lovey. Turn the music down a little. If the music is too loud, let me know. That's round number 10. Single the next 4. Okay. And 2. Yeah, soon Good Two Shoes will be on, and I'm going to teach them how to crochet. Yes, yes, those are healing vibes. 4. That's round number 10. I know that emote. Those hearts. That's one of Hijinx's emotes. I like a lot of Hijinx's emotes. They're pretty cool. It's 11. It's 12. 3. Oh, that's Cleansy's. Oh. Okay. Okay. Oops. Oops. I know it was one of those early morning for me streamers who I like Cleansy's emotes as well, which I had a falling heart. They are very cute. They are very, very cute. I have one that's kind of a heart. It's not an animated one, but that's my heart one. All right. I'm at 12. We're around 12. 2, 3. Yeah, one of my followers, which I haven't talked to her in a while, Anna the Wallflower. She did it on her own. She didn't ask for any compensation. She designed that one for me. It's my little cub love, and she also designed my Be Right Back screen. So you won't be able to hear me because I don't have the microphone on that. But she designed this scene. So and again, she did it just to be nice. I was just totally. She did the Be Right Back screen first, and I was like, "You didn't have to do this." I'm like, "Thank you." So yeah, I haven't seen her in a while. She lives over in Asia. I think she's in Singapore. I think that's what she said. So it's 12 hours ahead of me. Like almost like exactly 12 hours ahead. So it's early morning where she is. So sometimes she'll pop in when she's at work. It's 13. Okay. 2. Because before that I had a Be Right Back screen that I made on my own, and it was kind of rough looking. I mean, it was fine. There was nothing wrong with it, but she kind of made the animated one. It's only 1 p.m. Yeah, it's almost 7 p.m. here. Almost 7 p.m. And soon, possibly, our guest might be coming around soon. I don't know when they're going to be ready. They said probably around this time. All right, so that is 13. Single the next 2. Okay, that was 2. Then we do the decrease thing. It's almost 4 p.m. there. Oh, I like those butterflies. I like those butterflies. I really like those. 7 p.m. You must be East Coast like me. Lovey, I love your rave ball of yarn, and I have a rave one. It's my cub rave. All right, so that is one wing. Okay, fasten off with a medium tail. Okay. Gonna leave a little bit longer since I have plenty of it. Yeah, I made my own cub. Wow, I I made the rave part. What do you call it? The animated thing? Let's see if we can go through front loops of the last round. Two. Yes, yes. And it wasn't too difficult to do. I did it through the Twitch thing, the thing that Twitch has. Just wanna. We have one wing done. Believe me, that's a wing. Make another one, and then I got to make the small ones. Is through Twitch and some by hand. Oh, yeah, I've never done it by hand. Next. Two. Come on. Two. So, Lovey, did you hear that Wild got hijinks the laced weight interchangeable knitting needle set? Oh, that one's cute. That one's super cute. Yes, it was. She's got the whole set of circular needles now. She's set. It's probably about all I caught. Yeah, yeah. I was in there for a little bit and then I went right to bed. Because it was an MDO crafting stream last night, and then MDO raided into hijinks. And then they went to a break, and then I went to bed. Your dad bought you a decent set and think about knitting a shawl. Ooh. I only have straight knitting needles. And need to practice more. There's a possibility that we're only talking about it. Nothing's really set in stone, but I'd be up for it. That Bray Crochet had the idea of if her, myself, and Cleansy do a collab stream, and Cleansy could possibly help us with crochet. I mean, not crochet, with knitting. That's wait, no, single. Yeah, it does sound cool. I mean, I'm not going to be. I don't think I'll ever be knitting as fast as he does. We're going to do some co-streams and teach somebody to. Yes, yes, co-streams are fun. Co-streams are very fun. Number 4. I'm gonna need to pull this tail from the magic circle type. Rid of the That piece. Around, what, 5? Okay. Let me check something real quick. Okay. That is number 5. What's number 6? That's 4. Ah! I dropped my stitch marker. That's the one problem with these thin little metal stitch markers, is they fall out of my hands. They're so tiny and lightweight, and picking them up is can be a pain. I don't have the fingernails to really grasp onto them. But besides that, I like them. I like them a lot. That's number 6. Okay, number 7. 7, 8, and 9. Those rounds are easy. Yeah, I think I'm liking this pattern. I mean, I like all of these patterns, but I think I might make this one again. Even though it's got a lot of pieces. Speaking of rainy night, we're supposed to get rain tomorrow. And I'm welcoming that because it'll cool us off. And I don't have to water the plants. My black-eyed Susan that I didn't recognize that I planted is blooming. Well, I got one blossom on it. I'll have to take a picture of it when I can. And that is, again, that is my state flower. That's number 9. Two. One. Okay. Two, 3. Wait a minute. Not recognizing something about his state. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I told that story. I don't know if you all heard that story. Tomatoes are finally changing color. Nice. See, we can't really grow, well, we can grow tomatoes in my area, obviously. Well, let me count this. Let me see if I did this right. 2, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, I didn't. All right, we're gonna frog this. Where I live, it's very wooded, and we don't have enough sunlight, like full sun. I mean, we do on the back, but yeah. I live in a forest, literally, and I'm not joking. Literally live in a forest. That's what I might have to do one day. I might have to take some pictures or a small little video of the surrounding area of where I live. And welcome in, Mindy. How are you? Welcome in. So you're Disney princess and all the woodland. Actually, a couple years ago, okay, off the back of the house, we have actually, I'm going to snooze this ad. No, it doesn't really get mossy, no. I mean, there is moss, but it's not, like, very mossy. It's not always, rainy. It's not all like that. A couple years ago, okay, our house, off the back of the house, we have, like, a 3-season room, and 2 of the walls are nothing but glass or windows. Well, the house kind of sticks further back than our neighbors do. So when you're in that room, well, the one wall you can't, but if you look off to the side, you see the backyard of our neighbor. They don't have a fence. Like a couple houses over, they don't even have fences. So you can see like 3 or 4 yards over. And it had rained a lot. This is in the spring. It had rained a lot the day before. And I was in that room, and a family member was in there, and their back was to this wall of windows, and I'm looking out, and I was like, feels like I'm in Bambi or Snow White. And they were like, what? I said, look. And they turned around. Any bird of any color you can think of was in the neighbor's yard having a field day. We had blue jays and robins and cardinals and finches and you name it. It looked like, I mean, there were no owls and no predatory birds, but there was, it was totally just wild. Yes, we have wildlife here. We got all types of songbirds. We do have owls and hawks in the neighborhood. Fox, lots of fox. Raccoons, deer. There's reptiles. I'm not a big fan of snakes, but there's turtles. We've got salamanders live under our front step. Did I say deer? There's deer. Oh, one year, it's in the morning. It was about May, mid to late May, and I'm on the front porch, and flying over our neighbor's house across the street was a bald eagle. Bald eagle, osprey. We're kind of near, we're right on the water. Well, our house is not on the water, but our community is, and so yeah, we see lots of different types of wildlife. Nature loves it here. And funny thing is, a couple years ago, me and my 2 best friends, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry, I can't count. Me and my 2 best friends wanted to have a little cookout type thing. And at the time where both of them lived, they couldn't really do a cookout. One lives in an apartment. Yes, you can do a cookout, but really didn't really lend itself well. And my other friend, I don't remember where my other friend was living at the time. Who knows? Anyway, they weren't able to have a cookout. Well, there's plenty of space here. And so we all were making things, bringing different things. So my friend and her husband and their daughter came over, and they were gonna put skirt steak on the grill. Well, they're going out back, and her husband, and they don't live that far from me, okay? Keep in mind, they live maybe within 15 miles of me. 15, 20 miles. Yeah, they don't live that far. And they're going out back, and he looks at me and says, "Are there any wild creatures? Are there any? What did he say? Are there any dangerous animals out there?" No, no, there's no dangerous animals. Yeah, it was pretty funny. But there was one time it was 4th of July one year. We were sitting out on the deck and waiting for burgers or hot dogs or whatever to be ready. And we're sitting there, and between the house, because the houses are kind of close here, walking down right by the deck was a deer, just having a good old time, and then ran into the woods. Yeah. Mountain lions and cougar. Yeah, we don't have anything like that. We don't have anything like that. But yes, wildlife thrives here. Um, we're gonna have a ad here in about a minute, so I'm gonna take a bio break, and while we're on the break, I'm gonna check to see if our guest what's the status with our special guest, good two shoes, see where they are, and we will be back. You have bear. We have bear in the western part of the state. Not well, kind of in this part. Not in my immediate area. I don't think there have been a bear sighting that I know of. But I live in a very metropolitan, built-up area. But like I said, we will be back in about 3 minutes. Sit tight, everybody. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Give me one moment here. I'm actually going to turn the music down a little bit. Let me see. Can you hear me, Good Two Shoes? Hold on. Oh, wait a minute. Did you say something? Okay, I think I can hear you. Alrighty. What's that? All right. Welcome back, everybody. I think our guest is ready. Let's bring them. Got to remember how to do this. I think I got to click on this. There we go. Let me move this. Oh, come on. Bring this down a little bit. Everybody, welcome in, Good Two Shoes. Move the book out of the way. I'm going to give you a shout out again. I gave you a shout out earlier. If you happen to be in the in my chat, you're probably going to have to turn the volume down on it because you'll end up hearing yourself twice. But let's give you a shout out real quick. That was the clip that we saw earlier of when Spy Guy. Did he raid you? Or gotcha. So for that one, you got Good Two Shoes and that Spy Guy, a 2-for-1. How are you, Good Two Shoes? Can everybody hear Good Two Shoes? Realize it's the fan I wanted to make. Wait. It's the fan I wanted to make. I don't know what that. I'm confused. Or no, or your yarn was moving. I think your yarn was moving, but your hand, they didn't see your hands. I think that might have been it. Anyway, okay. Alrighty. So if everybody can hear Good Two Shoes, welcome in. Everybody go and follow Good Two Shoes if you're not. Good Two Shoes, diamond paints, and cross stitches. Is there anything else that you do? Okay. Yeah. I'm not going to be the one to teach you knitting. Hey there, Blue. Welcome in. Welcome in. So you have crocheted in the past. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to go kind of slow, and hopefully some of this is going to come back to you. And I don't know how far that you have gotten when you were younger, but okay. Okay. I'm going to teach you just some of the basic stitches. We're probably not going to get to all of the basic stitches tonight. If you get the hang of it and you want to try some of the other basic stitches, we can always do a collab again in the future and do some of the other basic ones. There's usually about 6 basic crochet stitches for all of crochet. So I'm going to teach you just like maybe about 3 of them today. And then hopefully we'll get to that, and then possibly we can proceed further. Do you know how to make a slip knot? Okay. There are all different ways of doing it. I'm going to show you 2 different ways. I'm going to show you the pretzel method, which some people don't like the pretzel method, and then I'll show you the method that you can do in the hand. There's all different ways of doing it. So, And I see you have some yarn. What size hook do you have, by the way? Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. All right. So you're going to take your yarn and your cut end. You're going to have your cut end facing towards you. The rest of it off camera, doesn't matter. Don't worry about that right now. This is what I call the craft. This is not really patented, but the Crafty Cubs patented pretzel method for a slip knot. All right. So we've got our little our yarn. That's what it is, yarn. We're going to form the letter P first. So you're going to keep your yarn here, and you're going to take the end here, and you're going to form the letter P. You're a school teacher, so you should know the letter P. Everybody who speaks English should know the letter. It's actually not just in English. It's in other languages too. But the letter P. All right. So you're going to have your letter P. Now, you cross over. So we've crossed that. When we did the P, the crossover is on top of it. Now we're going to take that same. What's that? Okay. So we're going to take that same strand that we crossed over, and we're going to bring it around again. So we're going to form this type of little maneuver. It's a little curlicue. And we're going to keep bringing it over, but what we're going to do now is we're going to grab the loop of the P up and put it on top of our strand. So it kind of looks like a pretzel. It doesn't have to be perfect. You don't have to actually have the pretzel shape. All right. So wait, are you right-handed or left-handed? Okay. So you're going to take your hook in your right hand, and you're going to go in. See, there's the 3 holes of the pretzel. You're going to go into the right-hand hole of the pretzel, and you're going to go under this strand. See the strand that crosses? You're going to go under there. You're going to do that. And you're going to go up into the middle. Nope. Your hook on top of everything. So your hook coming in from above. You're going to go into the first strand, into the first loop, and under this strand into the second space of the pretzel. Yes. All right. So you can lift up a little bit with it. Don't lift it up too high. Lift up, and then with your other hand, with your left hand, grab your tail and the ball yarn. So both of it coming off the pretzel. Pinch them in your left hand. And now you're going to raise up your hook and pull them apart from each other. Okay. So now you should have something that's kind of like this. You're going to have a loop on your hook. Now, if you pull your short end, it's going to make your loop really big. And if you pull the end that's going to the ball, it's going to tighten up your loop. All right. So that is the pretzel method. I'm going to show you the other method. You don't have to do this, but you're basically doing the same thing, but in your hand. So the in-hand method is going to hold it here. I'm going to wrap it around my fingers. So that's like making the letter P. And I said this on a previous stream that I have the P in my fingers, and that got clipped. So you're going to wrap it around and then bring it from behind. So you're going to wrap it around, bring it from behind, and then take this and bring it through that loop that's on your fingers and pull it up like that. So it does the exact same thing. What's that? Yeah. So either way, there's probably tons of different ways of doing a slip knot. So that's just a basic slip knot. Now, this part I can't teach you. So your right hand is holding the hook. Your left hand is your tensioning hand. Everybody tensions differently. I'm going to show you the way I tension. If it doesn't work for you, try different ways, trial and error. I put the ball yarn coming from the ball's off camera over here, over top of my pinky, under the next 2 fingers, and over top of my index finger. And that's how I tension it. Some people wrap it around twice around their index finger. Some people wrap it a couple times around their pinky. I can't do that. everybody has their own way of doing it. So it's just going to take some practice of how you want to do it. Also, what I want to show, I forgot to show you this, with your slip knot, you don't want your slip knot to be really snug against your hook, and you don't want it really loose. You want it around about there. So it's kind of snug, but it'll freely move around. So it doesn't have to be exact, but close as possible. All right, so if I'm going too fast, please let me know. Okay. So this is the way I do it. I have my hook in my right hand through the slip knot. My left hand is tensioning the yarn. And with my left hand, my thumb and my middle finger, I'm going to hold and pinch that slip knot. You don't got to hold it with a death grip. You're just going to hold it there. And the way I do it is if I hold it there, I'm forming what I call the magic triangle. Your triangle is formed by your finger, your thumb, and the yarn. So we're going to work in this magic triangle. All right. And I think you've got it all set up. Okay. So with our hook, and what I'm going to be teaching you is the chain stitch. So with our hook, you're going to have the hook facing down. So there's a hook, the hook end, and you want your slip knot to be on this part of the hook, not in the hook part of the hook. You want it on the main part of the hook. So we're going to have our hook facing down. And when we do this, we're going to do something called a yarn over. So we're going to go into the magic triangle and bring it under the yarn. And when we bring it under the yarn, we're going to turn our hook slightly. And you see how it's now grabbing onto that yarn. I'll show you again. It goes under and grabbing it. So your tensioning hand, you're not going to hold it with a death grip so it can't move. So it's just going to guide and feed the yarn through your fingers. So you want some play. You want some movement to it. And what we're going to do is we're going to take that yarn over. So we're going to do yarn, and your hook is going under, but the yarn is going over the hook. That's why it's called a yarn over. And we're going to bring that yarn over through the loop that's on your hook. With crochet, you're going to start with a loop on your hook, and when you're done the stitch, you'll end up with one loop on the hook. So you'll know if you've done the stitch, if you're finished the stitch, if you have one loop on the hook. So what I want you to do is to yarn over and bring the yarn over through the loop that's on the hook. You've done it. Do a couple of those. Do a bunch. You don't have to be fast. Just do however many that you go as whatever speed you're able to. The goal is, with practice, your chains, and it's forming a chain. If you look, it kind of looks like links of a chain. With practice, they're going to be even. If yours is not even, it's okay. It's more about the technique and not being perfectly even. So do a bunch of those, maybe about 10, 15 or so, maybe 20. Just keep practicing. And I think you've got a whole bunch of chains there already. Yeah. Do a couple more. And then when you have a couple more done, if you can bring it a little closer to the camera when you get to that point, so I can kind of... Hey there, Andrew. Welcome in. Yes, we are co-streaming with Good Two Shoes. I am teaching them how to crochet. They have crocheted in the past when they were younger, but this is more of a kind of a refresher at this point. And Andrew also crochets. Andrew is a wonderful crocheter. He has made some beautiful pieces. And everybody go follow Andrew. I'm not going to give you a shout out right now because I'm in teaching mode, but yes, everybody, you're going to make you cry. Yes, good. Good. Yes, cry. Can you tell I've been around ship? But yes, if you want to watch some really chill crocheting, go check out Andrew's stream. He also does a bunch of gaming. All right, so you've got a chain, and let me take a look real quick. Actually, you don't have to pull it closer. I got you on my other monitor, and yeah, you've got even chains. Okay, I don't think I'm going to do to you what I do to other people when they first learn, because you've crocheted before. I can tell. What I would do is I would say, and if you were here physically, I would say, okay, let me look at it, and you'd hand it to me, and I'd look at it, and then I would take it and pull that yarn and rip them all out, hand it back to you, and have you do it again. I've done that before, and my best friend, if you've ever seen Clay Miko in here, that's how I did it to her, and she gave me looks like she was going to kill me. But it's how we learn. It's how we get our even consistency. But I think you have that part right now, so it's fine. I can just tell by looking at it, they are pretty even. Yeah, that's fine. I still have those chains I'm not proud of. All right, before we go any further, let me get out my samples here. So that's the chain stitch. You're going to use the chain a lot in crochet. It's one of the most widely used stitches. All right, just to show, I'm going to show some of my samples. Now, all of these samples, they all have 10 stitches across and 10 rows on all of these samples. So this is 10 stitches across by 10 rows. It's done with the same hook and the same yarn. Hey there, Shep. Stream can start. Yeah, you know what? I jinxed it. I mentioned his name. Normally, you normally have to say their name 3 times and they show up, but this only happened once. Hi, Shep. How are you? So this is single crochet. We've got 10 stitches by 10 rows. This is half double crochet, 10 stitches by 10 rows. This is double crochet, 10 by 10. And then this next one, I got to have it a different angle because this is triple crochet. Shep, stop it. This is triple crochet, 10 stitches by 10 rows. So you can see the difference in the stitches. Each stitch you do is taller than the next. We're not going to worry about our triples, and we're not going to worry about our half doubles right now. We're going to focus on our singles and our doubles. So if you look here, now yarn stretches. So approximately the double is twice as tall as the single. So approximately, it's going to stretch out a little bit more because again, it's yarn. It's not like steel. But you can crochet with wire. We're not doing that. I don't have enough strength in my hands. But that's just to demonstrate to see how tall they are. Now, hey there, Thunder of Dragons, welcome in. The general guideline, and again, I would say rule, but there are no rules in art, but the general guideline is if the next row you're going to do, so we have our chain, the next row, the general guideline is, if you're going to do single crochets, you're going to chain up 1, and then you do your singles. That chain up 1, all that is doing is getting your hook to the right height of your stitch. Okay, so your hook will be at the right height, how tall the stitch is. If you're going, the general guideline is if you're going to do a half double, you're going to chain 2. Some people do, usually 2. If you're going to do a double crochet, the general guideline is 3. Some people chain 2 or whatever. But the reason I'm telling you this is so you get an idea of when we do some of these rows, when we get into it, you're going to realize that your hook will be in the right position to do the stitches. It's a guideline. There's always exceptions to it. So what we're going to do is now, you wanted to dine out. Yeah, I had to turn things off because we have a special guest, and I don't want too many distractions. because even though Good Two Shoes probably wouldn't be distracted, I would be distracted. So, all right. So we're going to skip if you look at your chain, you've got a loop on your hook. That loop on your hook does not count as a stitch. And then the very next chain, how many sheep does it take to make a blanket? None. Sheep can't crochet. The very next chain, ignore him. You should know this, Good Two Shoes. You're a teacher. You know you have that one student that's always acting up, just trying to get attention, and you feed into them. That's what they want. There you go. So we're going to skip our very first chain. That chain we're going to skip is going to be our turning chain for this row of singles we're going to do. So we're going to ignore a lot of things. We're going to ignore that first chain. In our second chain, you see the chains are formed. They look like a braid. You got 3 strands. So what we're going to end up doing is, if you look here, if you hold it to the side like this, you've got a loop at the bottom, on the bottom edge, and you've got the 2 loops. There's a loop at the top, and then you have the one down the middle. Does that kind of make sense? All right. So in our second chain from the hook, we're going to put our hook into the chain, but between the bottom loop and the middle loop. This is the part that confuses some people working into a chain. Oh, you've already done it. Okay, you've already done it. Okay. you can teach me. Okay. So we've gone into the chain, and now we're going to yarn over. We're going to yarn over and bring the yarn over back through the chain. Okay? Wait, have you done it? Wait. You've gone in. Are you at this point? No. Wait a minute. Wait. I wasn't paying attention what you were doing. Okay, yeah, yarn over, bring it through, and you should have 2 loops on the hook when you bring through. So you have 2 on the hook, and now we're going to yarn over and bring through both loops. So yarn over and bring the yarn over through both loops. That's a single crochet. You're going to do that for the rest of your chains, and you don't have that long of a chain, so yours isn't going to take as long. Again, you don't have to do all 20. If you want to do like 10, 15, you don't have to do the whole thing. So you're going to go into the chain, yarn over, bring it through. Oh, my yarn snagged because I've used this yarn so many times to demonstrate. Go into the chain, yarn over, bring through, yarn over, bring the yarn over through the 2 on the hook. That is a single crochet. Looks like it's going well. Thank you, Thunder. And yes, Good Two Shoes has crocheted in the past. And welcome in everybody who happens to be coming in. So yeah, you don't have to do the entire chain if you want to do like 10 stitches or whatever. And again, with practice, your stitches are going to be even. And playing around with different tensioning techniques in your tensioning hand. Yes, Ship. Yay! Actually, Ship did really well. On a couple. I mean, there was a couple streams that we were crocheting, and he hasn't picked it up, and he's forgot it all now. Yes, that's one thing. Yeah, make certain you got enough slack on your yarn coming from the ball. Yep, that's fine. You can work from the skein. There's nothing wrong with that. So tradition here, when Cub teaches crochet, the student has to sing the donkey song for the class. No. No. Yeah, Ship didn't. And speaking of which, and good two shoes, if you want to do this, you can. Speaking of which, Mr. Ship, when are you going to do your submission for the Donkey Song collab? Those of you who don't know, exclamation point donkey will get you the information to do the Donkey Song collab with me. Do your own version of it. You can mix it up. You can change the lyrics, wear something silly. You don't have to be, your face doesn't have to be on camera. You can do just hands. That Spy Guy did one, and it's his little hand puppets. So you submit them to me in a Discord message, and I will compile them with other submissions and with my own, and get your friends and family involved. Do it in a funny location. And we're going to mix it all up, and we'll show them periodically on stream. And later on, we will probably show it tonight. Ship woke up the sassy side of the bed. Ship lives on the sassy side of the bed. How do I write donkey? Okay, you'll figure it out. How do you write donkey as he wrote the word donkey? And that goes... Did you see that? Wait, did I see what? Conky? Turkey? You don't need... Wait. Okay, no. That was because it's on a timer. It's on a timer, and it just happened to time at the same time. Yeah, I don't have to say the word. I don't have that set up. I don't know how to set up me saying the word and it just pops it up. I'm not that good. Speaking of good, how are you doing with your single crochet? Not that we've sidetracked. Yeah, that looks great. That looks great. Shoes is doing wonderful. Okay. But that's the thing. Everybody, and regardless of what it is, everybody has to be ready at their own time to learn certain things. So yeah, if you weren't and if you didn't have yeah if you didn't have the mindset or the drive to do it at that time, that's fine. I'm almost done coding, and you'll have my full attention. That's fine. Shep, code all night long. Code until 5 in the morning. I saw that. I wasn't actually watching it, but I saw something about along those lines. If you mess up a stitch, that's fine. Don't worry about it. Oh yeah, yeah. Shoots you're off camera a bit, but that's fine if you're off camera. Shep, we don't get graded on this. Gonna have to leave soon because it's too hot for your phone. Yeah, oh yeah, I'm definitely Thunder. Yeah, if it's too hot, um, take care of your phone and yourself. Yeah, like can you move it a little further up, or your stitches look very even? Yes, yes. All right, the phone will straight up stop working. Yeah, yeah. Let your phone cool off. Let your phone cool off. And while you're at it, let ship cool off too. Okay. So we're at the end of the row. What we're going to do now is we're going to do another row of single crochet. Another row of single crochets. Before we do that, we need a turning chain. Remember I was talking about the turning chain? That is going to get our hook to the right height to do our stitches. Because right now, our hook is right here at the top of this row that we just did. We need it to be a little higher to get our stitches. So all we're going to do is chain one. Remember the chain? You're going to chain one. Don't think Supreme would like it if I took ship. You never know. She might want to break. Rope tying class. Oh, what's that? Exactly. Rope tying class. Oh, that sounds cool. So we have chained one. And now we're going to turn. So all we're going to do is we're going to keep your hook where it's at. And we're going to turn our work. We're going to flip our work over. And your so your chain is coming out here, and your tail that we started with is going to be hanging towards you. That's where the dragons belong, in a dungeon. So the knots are not safe for work. Okay, la 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 la. Hey there, Retro Gamer. How are you, Retro? Yeah, we don't need to know about not safe for work knots. All right. So if you look at your stitches, you can kind of see a hole where you made the stitch. You see, like on my example here, in between my thumbs, there's a hole there. Do you see something similar to that on your piece? Yes. So, yes, right there at the top where your hook is here. Yes, right along there. So the top edge. The better way to do it is if you turn your piece on end, you turn it to the side, you see some V's. They're like V stitches. They form like V's. All right. So that V is the top edge of our piece. So now what we're going to do in your very next, right here, right next to it, you're going to see that V. Your very first V, you're going to put the hook under the V. Let me take, I think you got it. Yes. And now you're going to yarn over, bring through, and then yarn over through two. You're going to go into those spaces where those V's are. You're going to go in, under the V, bring it up, yarn over, bring through two. In, under the V, yarn over, bring through, yarn over through two. Hopefully that makes sense. I shall not be bringing a ship with me. You're potty trained and enjoy pirate cookies. What are pirate cookies? Don't want to know. Not to be confused with the V-stitch. Yes, that is a totally different stitch. We're not doing the V-stitch. Actually, the V-stitch is not a difficult stitch to do, but we're not there yet. So you're going to go into each one and do a single crochet. It's a lot easier to stitch into your singles or your other stitches than it is to stitch into your chain. I've been crocheting for a couple decades, and I hate stitching into a chain. There are no cookies there? Oh, yeah. No cookies for you, Ship. Actually, you know what? I'll take Shep. He can go to the square dancing class upstairs. I can only imagine. No, because he'd probably cause chaos and everybody be falling down, falling into each other. You got marbles? Wait, what type of marbles are we talking about, Mindy? Actual marbles? Or like those type of marbles? Oh, we could throw them on the floor. Oh, Mindy's sabotaging Ship. You're helping? Yeah, okay. Wow. He and I. Oh no, no, Mindy. Let's not throw marbles at anybody. Those are glass spheres that could have hurt. If not chaos, why chaos? No, no. You can do the slap in here. You can slap each other all you want. We have a slap command, but no throwing of marbles. And there are no slapping of marbles. That is not an option. Ah, when, and I don't know if you're probably not ready for it, when you get to the very last stitch, hold off because that one can be a difficult one to do. So, oh, you are at the end. Okay. So, mine curls too. See, mine's curled. All right. So your very last stitch, you're going to go in it, and that one's kind of hard to see, but there is a V there at the very end. You want to go through that very last stitch. And if you're following a pattern, stitch count is important, especially when you first start. Thunder slapped Pete. Wait. Thunder? You don't get to pick. You slap pizza with a feather. No, the command didn't mess up. You do slap at whoever. There you go. You slapped him with candy corn. Slapping pizza with a feather. Chicken on pizza's okay, but I don't want the feathers. Alrighty. So, slap marbles with a symbol. Oh god, look what you started. Look what you started, Thunder. I have lost all control of my stream, as usual. Alright. Thank you, Retro. Got up on the silly side of the bed. Oh, I can tell, Mindy. I could tell. If you want to know, I can get it to slap a frog with a frog's legs. You slapped a frog with hamster milk. Okay, that's a weird combination. No, I don't have a hug command, but you know what? I might have to make one. All right. Are we ready for the next stitch? You want to try a different stitch? Okay. I'm going to teach you the double crochet. So it's going to be twice as tall as the single. Slap frog with a stinky fish. Ooh. Ooh. Catch you later, Thunder. Wow. It did it. It did it. Slap the frog with frog legs. I blame you, Good Two Shoes, because everything was kind of cool. It was cool and chill and relaxed in here. It was. Wasn't it, Catherine? Catherine was here for the first hour. Standard club, night and club stream. It's not always chaos or madness. Let me know when you're ready for the next part. Nope. Denial's a bad sign. Yes, it was Brenda's stream. Yes, that is all chaos. All right. Let me. What's that? Wait, what did you do? Wait, let me see your work. Did you frog everything out? Good Two Shoes. Good Two Shoes. You, of all people, should know this. You're a teacher. Follow directions. Did I say finish it off and cut it off? It's fine. It's fine. All right. You might get minus 5 points. Well, this is good practice. Make a bunch of change. Only do like maybe about 10. You don't have to go. You don't have to go crazy. Oh wait, okay. Are you doing singles into the chain? Yes, yes. Do singles into the chain. Yes, yes. Go to the very end of the row and then stop. And don't cut anything off. Thank you for the lurk, Retro. Catherine came back from vacuuming my house and it turned into chaos. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. You probably give some of your students those exercises where it'll be a piece of paper and it'll say read all the instructions before you do anything, and it'll be a list of different things. And you get to the very end, it'll say put your name on the top of the paper, turn it over, and sit and wait. Well, there'll be a lot of but everything else will be just like questions and like math problems and stuff. And if you fill them all out, you fail because you didn't read everything before you started. We had that all the time in school. It was more of a test on following directions. All right. Oh, yeah, no, that wouldn't have that didn't fly back when I was a kid. No, you did not yell in class. All right, so you have your row of singles. We're going to forget that little part happened, but we're going to keep going. We're now going to do a row of double crochet. So I want you to chain up 3. So do chain 3s. At the very end, you did 1 chain. Wait, at the very end of your singles, did you do a chain? Okay, add 2 more. So we've got our 3 chains, and see how tall that stitch is? That's going to give our height for what we're going to do next. Now we're going to turn our work over, and now our chain that we just made will be on the right-hand side. Yes. Okay, what we're going to do now is the double crochet. We're going to yarn over. Do a yarn over first. Okay? What I usually do with this is I put my index finger on my loops or my yarn overs so they don't fall into the hook. You want them to be on this part of the hook, not in the little hooky part of the hook. That's a technical term. So I got 2 loops on the hook. See, there's 2. There's the first one and then the yarn over. Those are the 2 loops. Yes. Now we're going to go into the very first stitch, which is right here at the base of that chain. The base of the chain. Go in, bring up a loop, back through the stitch. How many loops do you have on your hook? 3. All right, we're good. Yes, we're good. Okay, so put your loops on the main part of the hook and not in the hook tulips. 2 loops, not 2 lips. Making fun of my accent. What? I meant something. All right, so we have 3 loops on the hook. We're now going to yarn over and bring the yarn over only through the first 2 loops. So you go through the first 2 loops, and how many loops are on the hook now? All right, now we're going to yarn over and bring that yarn over through the 2 loops on the hook. That's a double crochet. We're going to do that again. Yarn over, go into the next stitch, bring up a loop through the stitch, 3 on the hook, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2. That is the U.S. And I know you're in the U.S., but that is the U.S. double crochet. We're not going to get into the U.K. because that is just confusing. It's the same type of things, but they have different names, but they're the same names for other stitches that we use. So we're not confusing you. What's that? That's fine. Yarn over, go in, yarn over, bring through, 3 on the hook, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2. That is the U.S. double crochet. This stitch here, you're going to use quite often in crochet. It is one of my favorite stitches, and it's a very versatile stitch. I myself in a fruit loop occasionally. Oh, Ship said now he's hungry for Fruit Loops because we're talking about loops on the hook. Again, I was doing the ignoring thing. So let me ask you this, Good Two Shoes. If you practice crochet and if it's something you're going to end up doing, what type of things would you want to make? Uh-huh. Okay. Uh-huh. Okay. If you want to do the amigurumi, which is all the three-dimensional things like the teddy bears, um, the main stitches that you'll use in that is the single crochet, which you know how to do, the chain, and the slip stitch. We'll get to the slip stitch here soon. Welcome back, Retro. You don't really use the double too much because it's a tall, lacy stitch, and if you're stuffing something, the stuffing's going to come through. So it's mainly the main stitch is the single crochet. You've got it. I'm watching you do the stitches, and you are doing the double. Hey there, Blue Raven. Welcome in. How are you? Another mod that can keep, well, I was going to say they keep shipping on track, but he's a mod too. So mods can't really mod mods. He's actually a good mod. Blue Raven, I am teaching, and mainly for the most part, refreshing good two shoes on crochet. Grow my ego cup. Chaos can be good, yes. One thing I can help, I see you're doing fine. You're doing fine. But I've noticed that when you're doing your yarn overs, your your loop is in the tapered part of the hook. Sometimes it can be a little easier if you do everything not in the taper, if you do it a little bit further back. Again, it's going to take practice. Yes, but you're getting the technique. You've got the technique down. That's what a lot of people struggle with. It's just perfecting it. It's going to take practice. It all depends on what you're going to do next. So if we're going to do another row of double, you're going to chain three and turn and then keep doing what we were doing. If you're going to do a row of single, you chain one and you do singles. That turning chain, like I said, gets you to the right height for your next row. Did you want to do another row of doubles? Oh, wait a minute. Wait. You might have worked away around the first chain. You probably worked. Okay. 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 I'm going to show you. I should have done this. It's kind of my fault. All right. So what when you do your first chain, and you don't have to do this. Don't take anything out. when you do your first chain, and you work back into the chain. So here's our starting with my very first chain, and I worked all the way down, and then I did my singles into the chain, and I came back here. Okay? Does that make sense? All right. Then I chained one, and I turned and flipped everything over. So this tail is always pointing down toward you. And then I did my next row, and I worked across. And when I got to the end here, I did my turning chain and flipped, and I was here. And again, this tail is always pointing down towards you. And I did my turning chain, and I kept going all the way down, and now I'm up to this point. So you're working. Yes. Yes, you start at the base. Yes. So if you want to do another row of doubles, that's fine. So chain up 3. Yes. Yarn over, and then go in through the V, and then do your stitches. You don't always have to chain up 3. Some people chain up 2. I teach 3 just as a guideline. If you want it to be a little, your edges cleaner, you could do 2. There's different ways of doing it. Thank you for the lurk, Hal. I appreciate you. When you're free, can you do your thing? Yes. What if it's something I can do here on stream, or something that is that I would need to do off stream? Because if it's something I can do on stream, I can do it now, because Good Two Shoes, it's just doing another row of doubles, and I think they know how. I think they know how to do the stitch. Nope, you're fine. It's a learning experience. This is practice. Oh yeah. Exactly. We're always learning. Doing stream. Check your Discord DM. Play what I sent you. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, give me a second. Let me get to the end of this row. And I could check that real quick. I don't know if you're going to be able to hear Good Two Shoes, because you've got the stream probably muted. Probably won't, because I got my headset on. All right. Alrighty. Okay. Okay. This is a 2.5 minute clip. So, if you want Good Two Shoes, if you want to hear it, you might want to unmute it, and I won't say anything. I don't know how well it's going to work. So, Blue Raven has done something. Actually, you know what? We're going to have an ad coming up in about a minute. I'll play it after ad, because I don't want to do it while everybody is at ad. And while we're at ad, I'm going to go and get myself something else to drink. So everybody, sit tight. I will be right back. I'm not even going to do the be right back screen. Good Two Shoes can entertain you. Huh? you can entertain them just by crocheting. Check if it works well in ads. If not, I'll put... It's not going to work when you're in ads, because when you're in ads, people aren't going to see it. They're going to be... But it should work. It should work in the... play from the Discord. You control Cubwise. Well, yeah, okay, fine. Troll... Troll away, Chef. Bring it on. I will be right back. I am back. What's this say? We hide and he will think we left. Yeah, okay. We still got another couple minutes for the ad. Now you're doing really good with the stitches there. No, your stitches are like are besides the very beginning, okay, but they're even and consistent. But yeah, they're even and consistent, which that is a difficult thing to get with crochet, especially when you've never done some of these stitches before. It's the evenness. Well, I guess it's kind of like riding a bike. Oh, there's a bunch of people that probably could. I don't know if they actually teach on stream, but I know a good and with your schedule and all, I don't know if you'll be able to catch them. But Hijinks, probably not because she streams overnight. Cleansy, those are good resources to go to. Retro Gamer here, they don't stream, but maybe knitting stream soon. Retro Gamer knits. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Let me catch up with some chat. Thank you, MS Creates and Knitter Girl, for the check-ins, and welcome in. Welcome in. Ada Dubdimo, welcome in. We are. I'm in the process of teaching or refreshing somewhat good shoes memory with crochet. Thank you for the check-in, Rescop. I appreciate it. Welcome in. Just to let you know, though, I'm in UK, so time difference plus work life. Yes. Retro Gamer is in the UK. Is it freezing? Is anybody else having an issue with the stream? Knitter Girl, maybe refresh refresh your browser. No, I'm not having an issue. Not I. Okay, yeah, Knitter Girl, maybe refresh. Before we do anything else, we've got audio clip that Blue Raven has made and wants me to play. It's about 2.5 minutes long. Hopefully, it will play through. So if you want to unmute your stream, Good Two Shoes, so you can listen if you want to. I'm gonna play this here. Let me see. I'm gonna turn my. That's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna turn my audio, my microphone audio, all the way down, and then we'll play it. So that probably won't hear too much feedback. So, actually no. I'm just gonna mute it. All right, here we go. Blue Raven. Blue Raven. Paging Blue Raven. Really? You did not have to do that. Okay, you and Ship are. I'm gonna tear up. I was tearing up when Ship made the theme song for me, and now I have another song. Blue, you. I'm not crying. I'm not crying. You're crying. Thank you. Thank you. Blue Raven actually wrote the lyrics. I mean, obviously, that's not him singing. Same thing with the the theme song that Ship made me. Yes, and Retro Gamer also made me a clip. Let's listen to that. I gotta find where that is. Give me one moment. We're gonna listen to another alternating songs. Actually, I'm gonna put both of them that they're gonna play. They're both gonna be in there now. I'm gonna have this like a whole playlist dedicated to me, and y'all need to stop. Let me bring up All right, we're gonna play. Okay, we're gonna play another audio clip. It's much shorter. And which one do you enjoy the most? Both of them. I can't pick. It's like a parent trying to choose what their favorite child is. Which my mother knows that I'm the favorite. Okay, I'm gonna play Retro Gamer's clip, and this is actually Retro Gamer singing it. If anybody subscribes to me, if anybody's telling us to stop, means okay, make more, make all of them, bring them to me. I'm gonna play this clip. It's actually Retro Gamer singing, so let me mute myself again, and we will play this. So yes, if you subscribe to me, it will play Retro Gamer's little jingle of the Cub Shack, because I make little houses in Minecraft that you get to pick the color and orientation of. Alternating songs. Get your tickets now. Stop telling. Okay, I think I'm caught. Whatever. Yeah. Well, we all know, Grammy. We all know who the favorite child is. All right. Wow. Okay, I am blown away. Okay, where was I? Oh yeah, Good Chooshers is here. So you used AI tools and Donna to create the song. Took about 10 minutes. Well, thank you. I don't. Doesn't matter how long it took you. You actually put the effort into it to do that for me. Wow. Okay. Oh. Hey there. Welcome back, Knitter Girl. So if I sub tonight, do I still get a new Minecraft house? You've already subbed. Are you a current sub? Actually, if you already are a subscriber, what will happen is you'll get an addition onto your house. You get to choose whatever color, it could be the same or a new color, and you get an addition to it. I don't have Minecraft up right now. We'll have to I'll have to make a note of it, and we can do that the next time I have that up. Yours sounds much better than mine. No. Oh, okay. Blue Raven used AI, an AI voice. Same thing with Ship with the what I don't know what we're calling that one. It's Yarnia Sucker's Fiber, the one that sounds like a Scottish type thing. I could play it, but I'm not going to. We played at the beginning of the stream. That's my waiting music. All right, where were we? Are you still here, Good Two Shoes? Wait a minute. Okay. Okay. So I'm like, wait a minute. I see hands moving. I hear nothing. All right. Well, you're almost at the end of the row. Okay, good. Nope, you're good. All right. So I'm going to teach you. Nope. You're good. We're going to do the half double. So instead of chaining 3, remember when we did a single beforehand, we chained 1? And before we do a double, we chain 3. We're going to chain 2 because you're doing a half double, which is half the height in between a single and a double. Does that make sense? Because they're graduating up in size. So we're doing the in-between size now. So we're going to chain 2 and turn. Chain 2, flip your work. And this here is just like a double crochet, but it's a hybrid. It's a hybrid of a single and a double. So we're going to yarn over, go into the stitch, Go into the stitch, bring up a loop, and you have 3 on your hook. Now we're going to yarn over, and we're going to pull that yarn over through all 3 loops. All 3. Through, bring up a loop, 3 on the hook, yarn over through all 3. So they are a lot quicker than a double because you're not doing the yarn over through 2 and yarn over through 2, which I just did there. You were just doing the yarn over and pulling it through all 3. And this will make a stitch that's a little bit denser than the double, but looser and not looser, lacier than a single. Retro says, just finished dinner. Now to finish the teddy bear. Is it the Paddington or is it a different one? Yes, the half double crochet. Yes, Knitter Girl. Yep, you were correct. Half double is one of my favorite of the basic stitches. It is, I like it because it works up. Yeah, it can be a little dense, and it does take some time trying to get through all 3. Oh yeah, you did show us the finished Paddington Bear. I'm sorry. It's not really a dent. This isn't really a dense stitch. It's can be a little difficult to get through all 3 of those loops in one pass. Yeah. You're crocheting a scarf. Nice, Catherine. That's how I started. I started with scarves. Scarves and blankets. That is a stitch called the moss stitch. And what's that? Yes, but you've already learned everything there is to a moss stitch already. It's just putting them together. I explain crochet is like math. Well, there is math involved, but the basic math, you got your multiplication, you got your addition and subtraction, and you got your multiplication and division. It's how you put all of those together. Those are the building blocks of math. So before you can get to trigonometry, you have to know your basic functions, your basic math. It's the same thing with crochet. You have 6 basic stitches, and it's how you combine those 6 stitches to get all these other elaborate, involved stitches. So you've already learned everything you need to know about the moss stitch. It's just what order to put them in. Oh, then crochet is not for you. I don't know who promised. I don't know who promised you that. There's lots of huh? No, it's lots of math, and it can get even more involved if you're going to do a wearable like a sweater or a sock, and things have to fit a certain way, and you have to measure and gauge, and we're not. Oh, you can't really hear good two shoes. Oh, I'm sorry. My audio thank you, Lovey. Thank you. I'm so sorry. I raised up the level. I am so sorry. Let me catch up. Retro Gamers knitted everything. Now to sew on the arms and the yes. You're putting together a teddy bear. Retro Gamers made a Paddington bear, and now they are onto another bear. So how are we doing with the half double? Mm-hmm. Yeah. You've got it. You're definitely a hooker. We Oh yeah, yeah, I can definitely see that there's a little flaw in it. Yeah. So there's a tradition here. It started a few months ago with the traveling tatter when I taught her how to crochet because she had um, a fundraiser redeem when she was raising money for the Michael J. Fox Foundation for Parkinson's. And if she got to whatever level, she had a wheel of prizes, and one of them was a collab stream with me, and I taught her how to crochet. Well, I was teaching her a granny square, which we're not going to do tonight. That's something we can do in the future if you're interested in it. And she got it. She was learning, and she got it down pat. And so I don't know how we got on the topic of it about hookers or whatever. And Granny ETC, one of my followers, she has a Madam Wild West costume, like whorehouse madam, and there's a red feather boa that goes with it. So hookers, madams, well, she earned her red feather boa. Well, Shep learned, and he didn't learn all of the basic stitches, but he learned enough, and he got his red feather boa. So now I think you have earned your red feather boa. Yes, you're right. You're doing a an acrylic feather boa. All right. So that is the half double. Are you ready for another stitch? Okay. Remember my samples here. We had our single, which we've done. You've done the singles. You've done the doubles. You just did the half double. Are you ready for the triple? Okay. All right. It's basically the same thing as a double, but you do one extra thing to it. So we're at the end of the row. We're going to chain up four chains. And that's the beauty about crochet. It's not permanent. You can always frog it out and start over. So we have four chains, flip our work over. Okay, yep. Now we're going to wrap our hook twice. So we have 3 loops on the hook. And we're going to do the same thing. Go into the first stitch, bring up a loop, yarn over through 2. Yeah, yarn over and go through 2. How many on your hook now? 3? Yep. Yarn over and go through 2. Yarn over, go through 2. It's a triple because we're doing it 3 times. Remember when we did the singles, we yarned over and went through 2? We did it once. Yes. Yes. So when we did the singles, we did a yarn over, pull through 2 once. We did the doubles, we did the yarn over, pull 2 twice. Now with the triple, we're doing it 3 times. 1, single, double, triple. So that's all there is to it. Now this doesn't make a very tall, lacy stitch. And often you will find these in really lacy pieces. And yes, it's going to look, yep. And it's the exact same thing as the other stitches. They're just taller. And you're going to use these in combination with other stitches to do some more complex, involved. A lot of 3-dimensional stitches can use these sometimes. There are variations of all of these stitches. You'll see this commonly when you're doing something called an extended stitch we're not doing. But basically, it's going to like drop down into the work you've already done, and it'll add texture to your fabric. But you don't always see these standing alone. But there's nothing that says you can't. You're just gonna. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you can see these on like as a decorative thing, like on the on a I could see this like around like the hem or a cuff of a sweater. While you're working on that, let me find this thing. That's not it. See if I can. All right. So this is an example. You probably won't ever do anything like this, but who knows? You might. But in doilies and lacy things, this stitch right here, those are triples. So I mean, there's other stitches in here involved also. Like these are chains. This is just chain stitches. There's doubles in here, but these are triples. They're going to create that long, open, lacy work. They're common a lot in that type of work, but you do it in any yarn. That's the thing with crochet. Any stitch could be done in any yarn. Some things look better in certain yarns and certain thicknesses of yarns. And I'm not going to get into the whole details of sizes and all, but basically, your hook, the diameter of your hook, determines the size of your stitches. You could use the exact same yarn that you're using right now with a different size hook, and you'll get a different look. For instance, this blue yarn and this yarn here are the same size of yarn. They're not the same brand, but the same thickness of yarn. When I mean size, I mean thickness. This is done with a 5.5 millimeter hook. This is done with, and I should highlight these first two rows of singles. That's what I've been doing is the 5.5 millimeter. This is the same type of yarn, but done with a 3.5 millimeter. So it's a much smaller and you get a tighter stitch. When you do your three-dimensional, your amigurumi, that's what they're called. This isn't even finished yet. You're going to use a smaller hook so you get a tighter stitch so your stuffing doesn't come through. Because if not, then what's the point? So you can get a lot of different looks just by changing your hook. And you'll probably notice on the yarn, if it has a label, it'll say a specific size hook. That's a recommendation to get a certain gauge or size. You don't always have to use that exact hook. Well, some people who get into crochet that have been crocheting forever, they were like, oh, well, the package says I have to use a 5.5 millimeter hook. No, you don't. It's art. It's your own creation. Use whatever hook you want. If Blue Raven is still here, he uses this type of yarn and a 2.5 millimeter hook, and he's insane because it's super tiny stitches. Like Blue just said, he likes a challenge. Okay, so what's that? Yeah, very much. So you've learned the chain, the single, the half double, the double, and the triple. You've learned 5 of the basic 6 stitches. So you can finish this row, do your next row of practice, and when you get done that row, I'm going to teach you the slip stitch. And the slip stitch, it's easy. You're going to use the slip stitch often in joining pieces together. You're not really going to, well, you can, but you don't really use an entire piece in slip stitch, even though there's a running joke that either me or Fairy Dust or whoever is going to do a king-size blanket all in slip stitches. It's a very thin, short stitch. It's kind of almost close to a chain. It's not really a chain, but it's kind of close. So that will be the next stitch I will show you. And those are the basic stitches. And then everything else from there is more complex and combining of these basic stitches to form other ones. Crazy, me crazy, never. Yeah, okay, Blue. That's why you're here, and that's why you're a mod. If you weren't crazy, you wouldn't be here in this stream. No comment. Crazy is good. You weren't crazy. Exactly. And Blue Raven has been a part of my community for a long time now. Like, probably it's definitely over a year. We're all crazy around here. It is crazy, or is it just being normal? Yeah. Oh, or, like Retro said, we're all crazy around here. That's supposed to be it? Okay. I didn't know. I've only ever seen the first it. So it's been decades. But I was going to use an Alice in Wonderland. Mad. We're all mad around here. Or whatever they said in Alice in Wonderland. The Mad Hatter. That works too. Does the follow witch thing work? Is that something built in, or because I don't have anything set up for that? Okay. Yeah, I don't have that. Okay. Yeah, that's where I use most of my commands. It's with Nightbot. I think that's all my commands. Yes, we are all Mad Hatters. But yeah, it's definitely been, if not a year, probably close to a year. Hey there, Fairy Dust. Speaking of people who are mad, usually in Bray Crochet's stream, Bray has to say Fairy Dust names 3 times and Fairy Dust shows up. All we had to do was mention people who are crazy and Mad Hatters, and Fairy Dust shows up. Welcome in, Fairy Dust. This is Good Two Shoes. I have been refreshing Good Two Shoes' memory and teaching. Yeah, I was about to. I'm refreshing their memory and teaching them crochet. We all go a little mad. Oh, we all go a lot mad. Fairy Dust also crochets. Fairy Dust does not stream, but Fairy Dust is a wonderful crocheter. Fairy Dust makes some of the most gorgeous pieces. Fairy Dust, Miss Your New Strong. Yes, there is a song. There's a song. I'm going to teach Good Two Shoes the slip stitch, and when we're done that, then we can play the song again. Are you ready for the slip? Okay. All we're going to do is chain 1. Chain 1 in turn. Okay. Have we turned? Okay. So, what we're going to do is we're going to go into the first stitch. We're not yarning over. Go into the stitch. bring up a loop, bring it through, and then that loop that we brought through, we're going to bring through the loop that's already on the hook. So that first loop that's closest to the end of the hook, bring that through the loop that's on the hook. That's the slip stitch. Go in and bring it through. Go in, yarn over, and bring it through. If you get better at it, you could do it in one movement, or kind of one movement like I'm doing. But you bring it up and bring it right through the loop on your hook. That is the slip stitch. See how simple that is? It takes some practice to do, but it's not a complex stitch. It's not something you have to remember to yarn over and this and up and around. And can't be trying to give us the slip. No, we're not giving anybody the slip. Yeah, he was busy coding. He's doing this thing for Supreme. I don't know if you were in Supreme's stream earlier, but basically, it's this cool thing. It's for her. They're calling it the Supreme deck instead of a Stream deck, and they have a touchscreen device. And anytime they can upload like a streamer's icon, like their avatar, and if she clicks on it, it will automatically shout them out and give links to all of their socials, their Twitch stream, their Insta, their Ko-fi, their etc. So it's kind of cool. It's kind of a cool thing. So that's what yeah. All the things he's built, the website for the Crafted Collective and all these other interactive things for the stream. Take practice to get the tension right on the slip stitch to get it to lay right. Might be able to work into the next row. Very easy to make it too tight. Yes, Faridas, thank you. It's very easy to make the slip stitch tight. So you're not going to really use that as a full row like this that often. I mean, it can be done. It's not common. Usually you're going to do a slip stitch here and there. And let me bring back this, not that one. Well, that one would work, but so you don't need to know all the complex stitches here, but this was done in a round, and every time I got to the end of a round, I would use the slip stitch to join back, and then I would chain up to do whatever my next row, and I can keep going. So that's very common. A common use of the slip stitch is to connect your rounds in a circle to keep going. I'm not going to teach you how to do circles right now, not for tonight. But that is that's very common to use. I got an avalanche of yarn and crochet and everything. But those are the basic 6 stitches. So you have learned the chain, the single, the half double, the double, the triple, and the slip. There's some other ones. Remember when we were doing the triple, or the double and the triple? You yarn over a certain amount, and you do however many yarn over pull through twos, like we did two of them for doubles, 3 for triples. There are taller stitches. They're not as common. Also common to use to move around stitches to change your starting point. Yes, you can slip stitch over to move your hook to a certain spot that you need to go to. So with that being said, with all of those, however many times you do the yarn over and pull through two, when Ship was here on stream, he wanted to know, when I was telling him all of this, you do however many yarn overs, and each time you do more to make them taller. He was like, what happens if we do 27? Because his username is Shipwreck V27. So I said, why not? Let's try it out. So we're not going to do this tonight, but this is what I ended up doing. This here, and I got to get my zoom out. So I did a couple double, I think a row of doubles. And then I did 3 of these. These are, each of these ones have 27 yarn over pull through two. So you yarn over pull through two, yarn over pull through two, yarn over pull through. You do it 27 times. And we have now nicknamed this the ship stitch. And then when I made this, I made the mistake of doing this. Of doing this and holding it up. And he was, look, Cub, you made me a thong. You know, it's... Yes. Even before this, he's been going around to crocheters and knitters and tatters on Twitch and trying to get them to make him a pair of underwear. And where did I put... Oh, where did I put it? Oh, where did I put it? Oh, I have to have it around here somewhere. I don't know where it went. Normally, I would have had it on hand. Oh, that's good. I'll have to find it later. But I made a little pair of briefs. They're blue with white trim, and it works to go in the bottom of my drinking glass, like a little like a cozy. I don't know where. Oh wait, it could be in here. Hold on one second. I think it's in here. Oh no, where did it go? I don't tell Shep that I lost his underwear. That was a weird thing to say. Yeah, I'll have to find it. Oh, that's gonna make me sad. I lost the underwear. Welcome in, Razor. How are you? But now I lost. Oh, there's the hook. So yes, this is. Oh, it's right up. I had it with the G string. So here we are. This is an actual pattern. There's a pattern. This is for baby dolls. It's for a baby doll. So, let me see here. I'll probably use a Tunisian hook to do a 20. No, free falling. No, this was done with a regular hook. Because again, actually no, I did have to do a Tunisian because you have to have all those yarn overs to begin with. Yes, you're right, Fairy Dust. Not killed anybody or the lack of. Oh, yeah. Let's not kill anybody. So I did make a little pair of underpants, and you're gonna have to. I have to use my face camera for this. So yeah, it fits on on my drink. So yeah. So I have made underwear. He's not happy with it, but yeah. He would also lure. He said he was going to lure people, fiber artists, in with craft supplies, with yarn and craft supplies into his van. This doesn't sound creepy at all. And then get them to make underwear for him. He even asked Tatter to do tatted underwear, and Tatter was like, "Yeah, no, not going to happen." But yes, you have learned all of the basic stitches for crochet, and you have definitely earned your red feather boa. So welcome to the brothel. Welcome into the brothel, and I don't know, and this is up to you. It's fine if you do. I would prefer that you don't. Don't wash your hook. We are the proud Dirty Hook-ers. We don't wash our hooks in this brothel. But if you do, don't let. So last year, I belonged to a couple crochet groups on Facebook. And somebody asked a question. I don't know who this person is. They said to everybody, so, how often do you wash your crochet hooks? And I'm sitting here reading this, and I literally sat here and went, What? 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 Some people said that they... Huh? Still, okay, I can understand that for like, especially in this day and age of COVID and all. I understand that, but why? Like, why? Like, what? Why? Like, I don't know what other people crochet with, but I don't crochet in the mud. I mean, to each their own. But I have no reason to wash. I mean, I wash my hands, and so I've never washed a hook in my life, and I'm proud of that. So we are the proud Dirty Hookers, and it became a thing here. That person doesn't know that I am a proud Dirty Hooker, and that is what I call my followers. They don't even know I stream. Homicide might be frowned upon and get you 3 staples and a cot. Or, here we say 3 hots in a cot, because it rhymes. Homicide is frowned upon. Slip laxatives in their coffee. Fairy dust, I'm not going to say this, but, well, I'm just going to say something. I'm not going to name any names. No, it's nobody here. I know somebody, personally, who they had an issue with a gentleman friend of theirs and was irritating them. It's a whole long story, and they wanted to get back at them, and they told what they're going to do before they did this, and they had the gentleman friend over, and they were having dinner, and they were getting tired of this person's bullshit or whatever, and after dinner offered to have some chocolate pudding, and they went into the kitchen and dished up some chocolate pudding, and they shaved some candy bar X-Lax, and on theirs they put regular chocolate, and they ate the pudding, and they're sitting there talking, and then they said, oh, they could hear the other person's stomach growling, and that person says, yep, I think it's time for me to go. And this person that I know said, yep, I think it's time for you to go. And they left. And then this person that I know basically said, and I hope they shit themselves on the way home. I am not naming names. There's nobody in this stream. So, yeah. Yeah. And they let us know that they were going to do that before they did it. Premeditated. Grammy knows this person. So, that's all I'm saying. There are people who crochet while they poop. Wait, what? I hope, hope that those people that do that while they're in the bathroom don't gift or sell any of their items, and don't have anybody else touch any of the items. I don't care if you've laundered it. I don't care. No. Laxative Joe reminded me of dumb and... Yeah, it's... no. No. Premeditated... Yeah. Now, I've seen people, now I don't know if they've actually done it, I've seen pictures of people crocheting while they're in the pool. Like, how does that work? How do you keep it dry? You don't want to crochet with wet fiber because it's going to be difficult. And especially if it's wool? Oh no. That's a good way to ruin your wool. Yeah. I never wish harm on anyone, but I wish for people to get their runs and that zipper gets stuck. Can other people take their phone or food to the bathroom? Yeah. It's bad enough on a hot day with sweaty hands. Oh, okay. And I gotta eat after I stream. Thank you, Retro. Okay. That's what I was gonna do. I was gonna play the song again that Blue Raven made for me. Anybody who wasn't here, we're gonna play this again. I'm gonna mute my audio. Let me find the thing again. Blue Raven made me a song. Hey there, Scott. How are you? Welcome in. We're going to listen to a song real quick, so let me mute myself. And uh, you were agreeing with me? Yeah. Can we have a channel redeem? Blue. Yes. 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 All right. I'm going to mute myself. We're going again, thank you very, very much, Blue Raven. I really love that. Both that and Ship Song, which actually, you know what? Let's play Ship Song. Let's play Ship's um, theme song that he wrote for me. I'm going to mute myself again. Where's that? So yes, that was the one that Shipwreck made me. So now I have two songs, and yes, they were done with AI. They were both done with AI, and I want to again thank both of them and Retro Gamer for the Cub Shack um, little song that plays when I get a subscription. And thank you, Scott, for the bits. You did not have to do that. You're too kind. Um, I think that's all I was going to teach you tonight. If there's anything else you wanted to learn with crochet, maybe the next time that we collab, if you wanted to learn how to do like a granny square or to do something, a basic amigurumi, like a very simple, just like a sphere, we could do that too. But that we can definitely do that. That takes it's a slightly different technique, but it's the same stitches. Those same 6 stitches that we learned tonight, you're still going to use them. Actually, with this, granny square usually do doubles and, a basic granny square, doubles and slip stitches, and I will teach you the magic ring, or the magic circle. Oh, my audio is a bit wonky. Okay, is the audio better now? I adjusted it. The AI music does sound better than Cardi B. Okay, I like Lizzo. Some of Lizzo's stuff. I'm not a fan of Cardi B, but that's just me. But yeah, I will definitely be able to teach you some. Oh yes. Scott has something that they want me to share. Me get this real quick. This right here is a mat that they crocheted to go under the water feeder for their dog. And it's done in cotton. And they said that their dog slobbers a lot, and this is a really good idea. Cotton is absorbent. I mean, if you have anything that's cotton, you know that it's absorbent, and it's a very strong material. So this is a great idea, and it adds some color. It adds some color to it. So you did a really good job, Scott. You've done. I don't know if those look like single crochets. They might. Well, no, they might be half double. I can't tell, but that's a really cool idea. I really like it. And it protects your floor, and it's also would protect your floor if the from scratches because it's soft. AI uses the very thing apart from the lyrics. It's called Donna. Oh, I've never heard of that. Again, I don't really know much about AI. I know what it is. I've just never really used it to make anything. Okay. Wait. Scott says yes. It's 1.5 double and double. Double thickness. Nice. That's a good idea for having 2 layers. You asked about AI with a crochet pattern. So there have been crochet YouTubers that have done that. They've told like ChatGPT and a couple other different AI chat, and it wrote everything out. And they went to go do it. It didn't get exactly the way it should be. It was not perfect. And they asked it to do a basic thing. It wasn't like a complicated, involved type pattern. It was like I don't know if it was a granny square or what. It was a very basic, simple thing, but there is a lot of variation in crochet. So there is that. But again, AI it's good, but it's not 100%. 80 stitches across and folded in half. Nice, Scott. I like that. Hey. Oh, I bet. And along those same lines, And I know, I almost called him Crafty Cub. Wow. Wow. Fairy Dust knows this. Did you know there is no machine that can replicate crochet 100%? Because there's so many different ways to put the hook and different types of stitches. There are machines that replicate knit, do it very well. But with crochet, they've got part of it, but they haven't, the machines, even just regular mechanical machines, haven't replicated crochet. Oh, thank you for the hydrate and the finger stretches and the regular stretches. And no, I'm not drunk. I wish. Oh, I love Liz. She is great. And that's not even real factory made. There's a it's a stitch. It's a machine that does something that looks like crochet. It's not even real crochet. Yep. No, Liz is great. I love her. I love her stream. I haven't been in her stream in a while, but she makes some really pretty stuff. Did you ever see? Oh, we can barely. That was my fault. That you could barely hear Good Two Shoes because again, pro streamer here because I haven't been doing this for a year and a half. Um, did you see the dress that she made out of granny squares? It's all different colors. Oh my god, it's beautiful. Let me see if I can find. I'm gonna pop into her Discord, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find it because she made it like last year. Uh, it's probably gonna take me forever to find it. Oh, maybe I don't know if she has an Instagram. Actually, I think she does. I think I'm following her. I could be wrong. Uh, Come on. Okay, here we go. Let me see. Here it is. Got it. Got it. So, this was what? I don't know how long ago this was. She made this dress. I don't know if it was for. Thank you for the ribbit. Scott. I was teaching and refreshing Good Choo's memory on crochet. We did all the basic stitches. We did the chain, the single, the half double, the double, the triple, and the slip. So, because you're doing great. You're doing wonderful. But uh, this, I don't know if this was for a special project or a special event, and you have to check this out. Isn't that yes? It was £9. Her hoop skirt included. Uses mandala sparkle and feels like heaven yarns. Hope everyone has enjoyed process of this. Giving your hands a break. Yeah. Again, this is. I think she did this probably about a year ago. It's a ball grant. I don't know if it was for a specific. Um. Oh, and we're at an ad. Oh well. Uh, but yeah, gorgeous. Yes. Oh, and well, I'll wait until we get back from. We're still an ad. Well, we're not an ad yet, but let me shout out Liz. Mm-hmm. She is hilarious. Um, but yes, we're gonna have an ad starting right about now. Making what is I love what as wait 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 I challenge you to doing a 2.5 wait what 2.5 double stitch oh okay I know what they're talking about. Making what was the no not a 2.5 millimeter hook, a double half double crochet. Is it that or is it called? Okay, I'll work on this on ad while we're at ad. I don't know what. Trying to think what Scott is asking me to do. So single, half double, double, triple, half triple. Wait, a double, half double. My brain is hurting. Um, Single, half double, double, triple. Wait, I gotta Google this. A double, half double. I've never heard that term. Double, half, double, crochet. Half double. No, those are half doubles. Crochet half double. What? Those are all half doubles. There's no half double, half double. Don't laugh at me. Double, half double crochet patterns. Wait. Okay, no. I think it's a different term. It's probably the same thing, but it's called something else. We get back from that. I'm going to ask Scott how many chains should I chain up for that? I thinking 5, and that would be I don't know what. Wait a minute. Wait. Double 2. All right. Wait. Double, triple. My brain really is melting. We're almost back from ad. Welcome back, everybody. Scott, if you're still here, double, half double crochet. I looked that up, and it's probably called something else. Do you remember how many yarn overs they did on the hook? Because yarn over 1, that would be a double. Yarn over 2 is a triple. But okay, I'm going to try this. So I'm going to yarn over twice. I'm going to go into the stitch, and I'm going into a slip stitch, which is not the easiest thing to stitch into. Bring it up, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2. That's not going to work. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to yarn over 3 times. Go in. 1, 2, 3. This is like ship telling me to yarn over 27 times. 1, 2. Okay, yes. I think this might be it. So 1, 2, 3. Yarn over 3 times. Go in. Bring it up. Yarn over through 2. Yarn over through 2. That's the double. And now the half double, there's 3 on the hook. Yarn over through all 3. Maybe that's a double half double. Oh, that's weird. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. That makes a weird stitch. Again, I don't know if that's what it's supposed to be. That's my interpretation. I'm probably doing something that really isn't a stitch. 2, and then yarn over through all 3. That might be the double half double, if that's even a thing. 1, 2, 3. Just created another 3 more songs. Wow, Blue. It better not be about me. I don't need any more songs. Between me and Supreme. 1. Wait, I didn't do it right. 1, 2, 3. Go in, go through 2, yarn over through 2. There's 3 on the hook, yarn over through all 3. Maybe that's what that is? I don't know. Another 1,000 songs from coming right up. All right, I'm deactivating my account. We're no longer streaming. We're done. Alrighty. I think I've had enough for tonight. Yeah, no. So did you think you learned some stuff tonight? Okay. If you have any questions, you know how to get a hold of me. Maybe the next time, whenever, if we collab, we can, like I said, we can do a granny square and maybe a small, simple amigurumi if we get to that point. And I think you got it. Yeah, you're definitely a hooker. You've got it. Yep. All right. I think we're going to find somebody to raid because I am hungry. All I had today was a bologna and cheese sandwich and a handful of pretzels. So there are hamburgers downstairs. What's that? I know it's not, but I need to go and do that. You may not have time for teaching just because of your music. It's not my music career. Retro. You have seen my music career. Eeyaw. And that's a reminder. Exclamation point donkey. DONKEY. If you need to spell it, Ship. If Ship is still here. If you want to join in on the actually, we haven't. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go play the Donkey Song collab. We're gonna annoy everybody and probably make people leave my stream. Because I mentioned that earlier and I completely forgot. Where's the thing? I gotta find the. Nope, don't start. This is a 4 minutes video clip. So yeah, enjoy. I will mute myself and bring up the audio when we play this. And I'm going to make this so we can still see everything. You two can join in the Donkey Song collab and make it your own! Exclamation point. Yes, thank you, Blue. Thank you. I'm going to go mute myself and we will listen. Yes, you too can be part of this herd of asses singing the donkey song. So if you follow exclamation point donkey song will get you all of the information, and you can do your own version of it. And welcome in Supreme. How was your evening? And yes, we have company. Good Two Shoes. I was teaching them how to do crochet. I was actually refreshing their memory because they did learn how to crochet when they were younger, some of the basic stuff, and they are doing wonderful, doing great. Cub, if you want, you can announce about the other one that I sent you a Discord DM if you want, or wait, you sent me, what, huh, what, huh, what, what, what? Oh, yeah, we'll wait on that one. We'll wait on that one, Blue Raven. There might be a collab between me and Blue Raven, and possibly I have to get with Blue Raven about Sunday. If we might do something on Sunday, possibly. Also bought some glow in the dark yarn. Not sure what I would make. Ooh. Okay. Everything is tying in together. Everything's tying in together. That is a segue. I announced it last night, and we're going to be doing a giveaway. The giveaway is actually going to go into effect in August, but I can tell you what's now. You can plan and prepare. So, there's going to be a giveaway of actual item I will send to you. I can show you what the items will be. So the giveaway, there'll be 3 winners, 3 individual winners. You can win a Bat Woobles crochet kit. You can win a Ghost Woobles crochet kit with glow in the dark yarn. That's what reminded me. And a Frankenstein Woobles crochet kit. In order to win this, there will be a channel in my Discord. It won't go live until the beginning of August. You have all of August and all of September to enter. You can make whatever you think of fall or Halloween. It doesn't have to be crochet. Any form. It could be a paper craft. It could be a fiber craft. It could be painting. It could be sculpture. It could be digital art. It could be anything that you interpret fall or Halloween. You can enter them into the channel in all of August and September. It's going to give you enough time to make everything, make whatever, and it could be something tiny. And the other thing, when you enter, you have to be able to pay for your own shipping. I can, unfortunately, unable to pay for shipping. It's just I don't have the means for it at the moment. So with those two, the other thing is, if you enter, please either be a crocheter wanting to learn to crochet, or know somebody really close to you, like a immediate close family member or a close friend that would use it. I don't want this going to somebody who is not going to end up using it. I will do the giveaway drawing on the 29th of September. That way, hopefully, it might be enough time to be shipped to you. Internationally, it might take a little longer, because we know how international can be, and hopefully you'll be able to do it in time for Halloween. So those are the giveaways. I'll pick three numbers, 3 names, and we're gonna pick them at random. So I'm gonna reach into a bag, pick out something, one of these 3, and then we'll spin a wheel to pick a name. May do something, but I won't enter the competition. You can't crochet. Do you have anybody who is really close in your family or friends that crochet or want to learn to crochet? And this can help you learn to crochet also. Bray Crochet loves Woobles. She makes a lot of them on her stream, and it gives all the materials. It has the yarn. There are step-by-step video instructions and online instructions. They even start the round for you. There's a hook, the stuffing, the eyes, and a needle. Everything is included in here. And I've never made a Woobles before, but I've heard that they're really fun. My best friend Clay Miko. Actually, in the Donkey Song video, the very last one with the little girl, that's Clay Miko, the woman, not the girl. She ended up gifting these to me a while ago. So that is what the giveaway is. But again, I will have more information in my Discord when it gets closer to the beginning of August. You have a few friends who crochet. There's some other type of things, but you can't get it. Okay, yeah. Again, it's up to you. Again, that was what I'm going to be giving away. Where was I? Different brand. Yeah. You don't get it? That's fine. That's totally fine. It's totally fine. Again, I just want to make certain that whoever gets it will actually use it or know somebody who's going to use it. We're going to find somebody to raid out to. Let me take a look here. You know what? I need to go to this site. I need to go over here. Let's see if this is working. What is your idea for making out of... Oh! I don't have an actual idea, but maybe this might give you an idea. This here is glow-in-the-dark yarn. So a ghost. Anything kind of spooky might work because it's glow-in-the-dark. It's spooky. I've never used glow-in-the-dark yarn before. Okay, why isn't... hey there, Tatter. Welcome in. Goody Two Shoes knows everything about crochet. Not everything. Actually, Tatter, you know a little bit more about crochet than Goody Two Shoes because you've done a granny square. You've done a granny square. How was your stream? How was your stream, Tatter? Let me take a look here. Let's see. Oh, okay, we could go there. It was good. I'm pretty good. Everything was fine. Everything was good. Good Two Shoes is catching on and has got the hang of crochet. And then Blue Raven made me cry. Blue Raven made me a song, and we've already played it twice, and I don't want to... We'll play it again next time. But, yeah, made me cry. I don't have all the components to make a ghost. What do you mean you don't have the components to make a ghost? For the eyes, you can do, like, embroidery. Yeah, a snowflake would work. Yes, a snowflake would work. Like a radioactive snowflake. Like nuclear fallout. What do they call it? Nuclear winter? Or whatever yeah. That's what you can do. I'm being weird. Let's see. Wait, what are they doing? Let me take a lookie here. Let me see what they are working on. You know what? I know who we're going to go. I have never rated this person before. They are a Crafty Collective member, not a Crafty Club member. They have been to my stream, though. But yes, I want to thank you, Good Two Shoes, for being my guest and being patient to learn my weird techniques sometimes. So hopefully they weren't too weird, but I enjoyed having you. Definitely enjoyed this. Let me get... That is the raid call. What's that? And they do have spiderweb doilies. You know what? I'm gonna do some research for you, Scott. I'm gonna do some research to find some free patterns for a spiderweb snowflake doily for a window, because that'd be a really cool Halloween decoration. That is the... Oh, come on, computer. That is the raid call for followers. I'm going to get the raid call for subscribers. If you wouldn't mind copying these. And we're going to go and raid into Nonami. They are designing some jewelry. They've been in my stream a few times. They're a Crafty Collective member. They only have 124 followers. So let's raise up their numbers for them. I mean, they are affiliate, so they don't need to go to affiliate. But let's give them some more followers. They've always been pleasant and sweet, and when they come into my stream, so let's return the favor and let's get this raid started. I will be on again tomorrow. Yes, you are getting another day of the Crafty Cub, if you like it or not. Don't laugh at me. Exactly. But please show up. All right, we're gonna get this raid. Wait, what? Wait, what? What? Did I? All right. So again, I want to thank Good Two Shoes for being here, and I want to thank KB Fibers for rating me earlier. And I will catch you all next